Shit.
God is saying we love.
Good. I just got you. Want to check and see if it sound good?
Come.
Shalom, shalom. I hope it don't have that like radio sound, you know. Shalom.
Oh, my thing was connected to the Bluetooth.
Oh, shit.
All right, hold up.
Shalom.
Yeah, that's good.
Good.
I forgot my thing connects to the phone automatically, or to the my thing connected to your car automatically.
Okay, that mean you be in here.
This ain't disconnect from the last time.
All right, shalom. Hey, shalom, Mark. Shalom.
Shalom.
It's that brother right there. Shalom. Yahweh Shemel Shah Barakatah. Wa hey, Yahweh Shemel Shah Barakatham. You know, but first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in the gospel. And there's a couple of brothers from the Great Millstone Houston camp. I'm the brother Kwara Abad.
I'm Yakanan.
And you know, we got our Tuesday camp today. You know, Tuesday camp. And as the Lord, you know, have it oftentimes, man, this brother link up, you know, before camp or class. And so we got together today. And of course, out of the many things we could do, talk about, the Lord got us here, which is the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Al Shaba got us here doing the work. You know, we could be on IG right now, you know, looking at some ass, you know, doing whatever, talking about, you know, investing in the Bitcoin, whatever it may be. But the Lord got us here doing the work, man. And Lord willing, this lesson to be edifying. And as you see from the title, it's open forum. You know, we living in end times. A lot of things that the Lord have said in former time by his prophets are happening here in these last days. You know, like the you want to get a Habakkuk the second chapter? Habakkuk chapter, you don't mind? Like it's about to say in Habakkuk the second chapter. At the end, the Lord word was going to speak and not lie. And indeed, we watching, not only hearing, but we watching the word speak. You see? We ain't just bringing out precepts, Revelation 13, 15, 16, and saying the MOTB is the RFID micro C-Hub. No, we ain't only speaking it. The Lord giving us tangible proof now. We can go to a video and show, look, people getting this device in them, the spiritual grain of rice in them, that charagma in them, and they could buy and sell with it. And we can go into to articles, to videos to show this what the CBDC gonna lead to, man. This where everybody want to go in that great reset, that NWO, man. So it's not only that the prophets are here in the latter days just speaking the Lord word. No, we got proof to back it up. The Lord bless us with tangible proof. We can show the world proof now, man. You know, but whatever you got out, you know, you got it, bro.
It's like, you know, it's been on my mind today. Just you know, Daniel 2, when Daniel was breaking down the image that the King Nebuchadnezzar was seeing. Like, he's seeing the stuff, like the image and all that, but he's seeing these things like in real time. Mm-hmm. Like, Daniel lived through two of those kingdoms. You know, the Babylonian, and he told the king that, hey, you're that golden head. Like, this is where we are in prophecy right now. Well, right now we in the toes.
That's right.
And we waiting for Yahushua to come back to crush these toes and bring his kingdom. But God, that was it. You want to get that at Habakkuk?
God, whatever you got, bro. We can start it with that and, you know, hop into that Matthew 24 as we were just talking about.
God, we start from the top.
God.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Right, it's the prophet Habakkuk. He was on his watch, seeing what the Lord was doing, man. Seeing what the Lord's response was. Because, you know, you go into Habakkuk chapter 1 and 2 is an ongoing conversation. That's why, it's good to, hey, the Apostle Paul, he often said, don't just read a precept. Read the whole chapters. Read the chapter. Read the chapter before. Read the couple verses after. Read these things, man. To ultimately what? You get the whole spectrum of what it's talking about. So there's an ongoing conversation between the Lord and Habakkuk. So Habakkuk was saying, look, I'm watching next to see what he got to say next. And how we do that today, we see what's going on in the earth. In 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, you ain't got to get it out if you want to. If you want to, it's cool to shit. Let's get it then, you know. But he said, look, how the Lord was going to speak through hurricanes, earthquakes, so on and so forth. You got it.
Con. Oh, here we go. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, and this is an angel talking to Ezra, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Matter of fact, if you don't mind,
What's that? Yeah.
Can you start at 2nd Ezra 8?
Con.
8 in the last verse.
Con.
Because as we're just speaking about, these are ongoing conversations. Just because it's chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, don't mean it's a whole new topic. Don't mean it's a whole new location. No, a lot of these things are ongoing conversations. It was just when it was, the King James broken up, they put it into verses and chapters. You see? So in 2nd Ezra 9 and 1, the Lord told Ezra, he said, look, measure thou the time diligently in itself. He ain't just come out of nowhere saying that. When we go to 8, it's because the Lord showed Ezra everything that was going to take place here in these last days. He showed him everything. And Ezra's, his answer was, Lord, you showed me everything that was going to take place, but exactly what time, though? So I can know specifically. Was it January 2020, 2021st, 2024, or 1994, 2000? He wanted to know. So in 2nd Ezra 9, the Lord, he said, look, I ain't going to tell you. You measure the time. When you start seeing all these things that you've seen in your vision, which, look, hey, Ezra might be here. But when you start seeing all these things in the earth, then you know it's that time. Whatever you got, all right.
God, I was going to start at 8 and 63. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 63. Behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times.
In the last times. That's in the title, right? We living in the last time, roughly paraphrasing it. So Ezra seen everything we about to experience. So his thing was, okay, Lord, scratching his head, probably not seeing everything you about to do. You got it, bro.
But at what time?
Thou
hast not showed me.
So exactly when it's gonna happen, though. You ain't tell me that. I'm sure you want to prepare. You feel me? But he want to know specifically, okay, I seen all this, but exactly when is it gonna happen, though, man? And we're gonna see the Lord response.
This is chapter 9 and verse 1.
So see it going from chapter 8 into chapter 9. So this is an ongoing conversation. You got it, bro.
He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
So in other words, Ezra, I ain't telling you exactly what time. When you see all these things that I told you that was going to come on the earth, when you see it taking place, then you know it's that time. Just like Apostle Paul said in what that is, Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. Was it 1 Thessalonians? I believe you ain't got to get it, bro. If a brother Baba Kashah want to post it on the comment board, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, when he said, other times and seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night. Saying I don't have to tell y'all brothers what's going on because y'all looking out, y'all watching. You see, you got it, bro.
Verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and these are things that we're seeing now. Just in the last, few days, there was just an earthquake. What's today, the 19th? There was just an earthquake yesterday in China. There's probably going to be one right now. Check the, the USGS? The earthquake, basically, is a government site that does earthquake surveys. Matter of fact, I'll get it right now. Yeah, you have USGS earthquake map. Or you can go to earthquake.usgs. But just in the last, 24 hours, there's been 31 earthquakes. And that's not even counting this week. This is the last 24 hours. And so we've seen these things. We've seen earthquakes. There was just a volcano eruption going on right now. I think it's either in Finland or Norway. I've been posting videos, but I can't remember where it is. The whole island on fire. It reminded me of that Maui situation. And then uproars of the people. What's happening around the world? Shoot, here. You got people upset about these, well, it ain't turned into an uproar just yet, but it's going to. These people crossing over the border, trying to get here. The people here, the citizens here, especially Esau, are seeing that they're getting better treatment than they are here. Like, they coming over here. Just the other day was they posted in the paper or the news that the migrants coming to New York, they were complaining about the food that they're receiving because they feeding them pizza and donuts and shit like that. And they're saying like, hey man, this food ain't healthy. And so the people are here getting mad like, oh, y'all are so ungrateful. Y'all don't like this unhealthy food that we're eating, and you're getting housed and all this stuff and getting gift cards and money. Meanwhile, like, I'm about to be homeless. Like, right. There's going to be some major uproars here. And just all over it. I mean, these things are happening. Go ahead.
Now, people back being put against the wall too. As far as the economy goes, monetary funds, as far as that goes, everybody's struggling, man. And then you coming into, matter of fact, when I was leaving the job today, I had this little Ishika right chick I work with, and she was like, all right, well, you have a good night. I was like, are you too? She was like, yeah, I gotta, with a pouty face. Oh, yeah. Oh. She said, all right, well, I gotta go finish Christmas shopping. I said, all right, well, you have fun. Good luck with that. Like, people mindset set on that. You putting yourself in more of a bind by having to go into a store. And I was thinking, like, because you're not the only one in the store trying to buy shit. You got to go into the store first. You got to even find parking because parking wild right now. Now you just got to go in what people already picked through, I'm sure, just to get an idea, or I hope this person like this. You got to wrap it with the suspense in the whole situation because you don't know if they going to like the shit.
Right.
Right? And now you spending all this money which you don't have.
Right.
Come on, man. Yeah. And when the holiday pass, New Year's going to come, they're going to spend money for that. When that's over with, people go out, they're going to suffer. They're going to start to suffer. Ain't no telling what's in store for 2024. They already talking about the lights going out, but you got it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, all that. Like, man, you just spent all this money on Christmas and all this stuff. And now you're going to be broke, homeless already. Man. Hey, good for y'all, dude. Matter of fact, I had this little article pulled up from, this is from News 4 San Antonio. Because they had this lady, she was getting evicted. But she had filled a syringe up with, what's that stuff called? It's with narcolepsy medication. She filled up a syringe with narcolepsy medication, took some other girl hostage just so, because she didn't want to get evicted. Man, this people losing their minds right now. But anyway,
Well, it said in Matthew 24, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
God.
So losing their mind is them waxing cold. And when you go into that word iniquity, is lawlessness, because lawlessness go abound, the love of many go wax cold, which is, I believe that word cold. I don't know. I believe it going to cycle, if I'm not mistaken. I may be getting my words mixed up, but let's fact check it though.
God.
As we was taught, But nevertheless, as the brother said, people losing their mind as end time prophecy. That's 2 Ezra 5 as well.
God, you're right.
You got it, brother. Let's read. Matter of fact, let's read the verse and then hit the death.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
I think that's a spirit because we're supposed to go to Matthew 24 anyway. So but you got it out.
And that wax cold is G5594 Psycho, which is let me see. To breathe, to blow, to be made, or grow cool or cold, or metaphor for waning love. So people, they're I don't want to say breath, but how they feel about each other is waxing cold. Matter of fact, I got like just a quick testimony or whatever. Like, I live with my brother and I'm in the kitchen boiling some water, but I'm using his pot because he got a stainless steel pot. And all the other shit got a, that fucking Teflon, whatever. It's like, let me try this stainless steel, see what the hype is about.
Mm-hmm.
He comes in there, he sees me boiling, he's just like, like, bro, it bother you that much? I'm just boiling some water. Like damn, like, my bad. Like, but this is a person that's supposed to be in the truth. Like, you know, supposedly not in the truth. He ain't in the truth at all, but he just think he in the truth.
He know about the truth.
He know about it.
Israelite, he believe. Well, he know about the truth.
Yeah, you know you're Israelite, whatever. But it's like, man, you too, like,
A2 Brute.
Yeah, like, it's like, man, I can't, like, I don't even want to see when the, you know, the food starts running out or whatever. I'm using his, you know, cooking utensil or whatever. Like, it's like, what does that even matter? The things like this, you might think in your regular, sane, everyday life, that, like, what does this matter? Like, what, I'm just, because somebody, you might be crossing the street or something like this in these coming days, you might glance at somebody and they take that the wrong way. Right. Now they looking to kill you, whatever. This love waxing cold. Like, this is going to keep getting worse.
That's it.
Even that, where did that happen? Was that in Washington? That dude that he ran somebody over and they crashed into the passenger seat?
Oh, yeah, he drove for like a couple miles with the dead body in the passenger seat?
Yeah. That's the love waxing cold, man. You just driving with dead body. Like, you just ran somebody over and they chilling in your passenger seat. This nigga probably out of his fucking mind. He probably having a conversation with him too.
You know, tell him, bro.
Yeah.
We're in America. Anything goes.
Yeah. Plus people on all these kind of drugs and all this stuff. But anyway, we're going to get back to that.
Yeah.
Let me see here. What do you want to read?
Because there's a lot to say, though. We here, like, come on, man. Think about that. We in Babylon the Great. Remember, we, right now, bro, put it like this. Because I, you know, like to think about certain things. We got what the prophets was talking about in the Babylonian captivity, Daniel them, you know, Persian, the Medes, Ezra, so on and so forth, Nehemiah, you know, the Greek captivity with Judas and his family members, Romans, Yahweh shot the disciples. But we don't have yet what the prophets and the apostles was talking about in Babylon the Great. Why? Because we live in it right now.
Yeah.
We live in it.
Like, there's only so much that they could have described. You know, I don't know. Like, I don't think they could have really described how terrible this place is. Like, just seeing a man want to be a woman, seeing these things, a woman trying to be a man. Like, you can put that into words, but you can't, like, to fully describe that, I wouldn't even want to put that into words. Like, it's bad enough I'm speaking it right now. Like, these things, speaking at the food, that there's microplastics in the food. Con, brother, we live in it. All right. I'll read that. That's Psalms 23 and 4. God, the water. This is Psalms chapter 23 and verse 4 from the brother Virgin's Island Straight Gates. Yea, though I walk. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, everybody getting busy.
God.
Better catch it.
God. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
And what's the, you got it out.
Yeah.
You got it.
And that's in this land. We're walking in the land of the shadow of death. And, you know, the scriptures, they comfort us. Yahweh Shai, even though he's not here physically, he comforts us spiritually through the scriptures, through the brothers, through our prayers. We get comfort through our prayers because, hey, we expect these things we should be expected to be comforted. But you got it.
No. That's it. That's it.
And I'll read the next verse too. Whoops. This is verse 5. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. So, hey, even in these times, like we getting fed right now.
That's it.
Like, this whole thing is being prepared. We continue in this work, continue believing and having faith. And that we be saved out of this. Hey, we have a table set before our enemies. And
shit, really, that's happening right now, though, because that table, you know, in Matthew, I believe it's the 22nd chapter, but the table is this truth also. Remember, Yahweh Shai, when they said, go call them into the marriage, bid them into the marriage, we got the food. Remember Go ahead, man. Just go ahead. Both of y'all, go ahead. Both of y'all. Go. So, like, remember, hey, we in Houston traffic. Look. Oh, see, hey. But the table is this truth. This is truth. This is what we eat. You know, in the scriptures it says, eat the roll and liken it to bread. drink it, drink, because Matthew 22, Yahweh Shai said what? When he said, go bid them to the marriage, he said the table is set, the oxen is prepared, the wine is set, roughly paraphrasing the things on the table. In other words, the men who been into the labors, they prepared everything. The word been said, the doctrine been established, the prophecies been made known. We just got to go out and push it. This truth. King David, when he said, let their table be a snare on some, that's also in this grace period we in, man. It's mercy, which comes with the truth. That 2/3 one go get it. So right now, let's read it again. Let's read it again. This is Matthew. You got it out. You can read. I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna just commentate.
This is Matthew chapter 23.
No, that's not Matthew.
I'm sorry, Proverbs.
Psalms.
Psalms
23.
Hey, the phone was shaking. Anyway,
yeah, it's a lot. If the phone's shaking too much, trying to work what we got.
This is Psalms 23 and verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Right, what's the shadow? The valley of the shadow of death. Right here, where we at? Look, we driving around in it. Look, hey, this a tour of the valley of the shadow of death. It's America, man. That specific land, the same land in Hosea 1 when it says that we was called not a people. In that same place, we was gonna be called a people. Right? Look, this is a tour of it. Look around. This is Houston, Third Ward, Houston, right now. Right? We driving in it, man. So this is where we at. The last heathen rulership to be on earth, and the worst one, might I add, man. And as it said in Isaiah the 13th chapter, it said the glory of kingdoms. All kingdoms have been great, but this place got technology. They got the control over people's minds, so on and so forth, man. So we living in this same very place. The valley of the shadow of death, it says, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. So this really King David prophesying even in America, because he was in America. That's one of those, if you know, you know. You see? King David was in America. If you know, you know. Right? That's one of the fathers, man. That's one of the fathers who Elijah's, going to turn the heart to the fathers and the fathers to the children. He was one of the fathers in these times. You see? But the point is, we living in the same place. Ezekiel 37, when it says the valley of the dry bones, right? That's in America right here. It's the main place of our captivity and also the main place of our salvation and the place of this great awakening. So this was a prophecy of King David being here. But although he was going to be here, the mindset we have, it says, I will fear no evil. And that's another thing, because a lot of shit about to happen in the times we live in. Remember, we're in the end time. The most action-packed scene of every movie is what? The end of the movie. That's when the explosives go off, the shit happening, the battles.
Right.
Got it, bro.
Shoot. We continue on that?
Come on, you got it.
This is Psalm 23 and verse 4 from the top again. Yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
It's truth. The Lord with us. The brother just said, Yahweh Shai ain't here, but he here. He ain't here, but he here. That's a lesson right there. He ain't here, but he here. Remember in Matthew 25, I believe it says that when Yahweh Shai was taken up for the last time, after he was beamed up, and he'd been there ever since. After he was taken up, he told them to go preach, and it said that the apostles and disciples went out there and preached, and it says, and the Lord was working with them. But hold on, he was taken up for the last time, but he was still working with him in the heavens, man. Come on. 2 or 3 are gathered in the midst, the Lord's still getting busy too. Yahweh Shai, that's what we talking about. You got it, all right?
God. Thou preparest a table before me. A table before me in the presence of mine enemies.
That's right now. That's us getting this truth back. That's the table. That's this feast that we eating on.
God.
This truth. Us coming back to our heritage. The Lord gave it back to us right here in the midst of our same captivity, man.
Ezekiel 37. Us getting the flesh back on us, the breath back in us, standing back up on our feet like an exceeding great army. We getting built up. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over.
That's pretty much it on it. That's pretty much it.
We go back to that.
You can finish the Habakkuk. We hit that Matthew 24, and we'll probably be at camp in a few.
God. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 1 again. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Right. What's the vision? That's these prophecies. The prophets of old had the visions. They wrote them down. And now we're at times we reading the visions that they wrote down, and we making it easy to be understood. These ancient texts, easy to be understood in these modern times, man. That's what's going on.
It's like verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
At the end it shall speak and not lie. And we're in that appointed time. We're in the end of the world. Hence the title of the lesson. We at the end of the world. So we about to see a lot of things happen, man. Remember in Sirach, the 36th chapter, it says that the Lord is going to show new signs and make other strange wonders. We're in that time. Remember, even us as believers, we haven't really even seen the power of the heavenly Father Yahweh yet. We know about it, but we haven't actually seen it. Now, we've seen it on little levels as far as people, a little infant maybe getting shot in the head. You see it on the news. Or you meet a car accident, right? Somebody get ran over by this and ran over by that. We know, man, the shit, the Lord down. We talking about the whole ground opening up. Hundreds of people falling in and boom, closed like that never happened. We talking about fire come from heaven and just putting men of death on spot. We talking about water flooding the earth. Like seeing these things. So even us as believers, the Most High been holding back his power for all this time, as the scriptures say. Even Esau thought the Lord was asleep. He thought he was one that's himself. So we haven't really seen the power yet, but the point is we in the time he about to show his power again, man. Yahweh Shai asked that. It's in John somewhere, the book of John. I believe around the 12th chapter, 13, maybe 14, somewhere around there. Yahweh Shai said, Father, glorify thy name. And then it said it came a voice from heaven that said, I have glorified it and will glorify it again. The point is, when he glorified it, the time when he delivered us from Egypt, that's when the world knew about him, man. The known world knew about him. That Rahab the harlot, that was a witness. She said everybody feared because what y'all Lord Yahweh did. But the point is, he said, I'm going to glorify it and will glorify it. No, I have glorified it and will glorify it again. We're in a time when the Lord about to glorify his name again. And how did that come? By what he do on the earth. His actions, man. It's about to be, the scripture says the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. We about to see some gruesome things happen in our lifetime in the same land we living in. Remember, great judgments coming to this place. We living in it, man. Lot was living inside of Gomorrah, so on and so forth. We in Babylon the Great. You got it out.
God, this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So these things are coming. Like all these prophecies are going to come to pass. Revelation 13, 16, this is coming. This already here, really. They just need that whatever event that happened to get the ball rolling, Houston, I just read today, Houston, they're talking about introducing a UBI next year, the Universal Basic Income.
2024? What's up?
So, hey, these are things to look forward to, because once this UBI, the CBDC, those things are introduced, the next step is that mark. And then the next step after that mark is shoot the destruction. So these things, like, we look forward to these things. You should be looking forward to these things. I mean, we still got to survive here, whatever, but like we're looking for these things to happen so we don't have to pay no more bills or, have to go to work no more or have to, do anything, worry about this shit no more. Because we know we just that much closer. We that much closer to Yahweh Shai returning and the kingdom coming. But yeah, let me get let's just get to that Matthew. Submit the.
I got a quick one, but 2nd Ezra 14 and 14 it says, "Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, right? The cares of this world. It says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, right? Your job, if the economy go down and how I'm gonna be able to do this and do that. Remember, Yahweh Shai said, don't worry about what you gonna eat, what we gonna put on, the necessities of life. He ain't say don't worry about how you gonna get your Wi-Fi. No, he said clothes, food, shelter. He said he got that. That's the necessities. Once all hell break loose, ain't nobody gonna be worried about no Wi-Fi, a Twitter page, or X page. Come on, man. Yahweh Shai said he got even those things. He said, let them people worry about that, not us. So put all that to the side. Detach from Babylon, detach from this world right now. Because the time coming when it's going to fall and we don't want to fall with it. So it goes on to say, it's like, you can read.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 14 and verse 15. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
That's what you were just saying. Hey, hurry. We want to hurry up and get out of this place, man.
Yeah, I was thinking about that scripture. What is it? The principal things for like the food.
Oh, the principal things in life for man. I think it's a Sirach. If a brother on the comment board know, it says that the chief things in life for man, or the principal things in life for man, is like bread, water.
I got it.
You got it. Let's get it.
This is Sirach 39 and 26. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. Now, in these times, we're going to have to minimize this, It'll be coming down to water, fire, wheat if we can get it, to make some bread or whatever, and clothing. Really, that and shelter. But like these are principal things in that Sirach, but we're going to have to make do with whatever the Lord provides us. But that was it. I was just thinking that reminded me of that scripture. This is Matthew chapter 24, and I'll start at verse 3. And this is Yahweh Shai is at the top of the mountain, and his disciples came up to him. And this is Matthew 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?
So one more verse to this. One more verse, we can go back to that, forgive me. 2nd Ezra 14 and 16, it says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done thereafter. So all the things we thought we seen from him, from here in the past, CV, the lockdowns, people dying, so on and so forth. No, the Lord said greater things is going to happen from here on, man. And the brother about to go into a few of them, as it was prophesied by Yahweh Shai many years ago. You got it, bro. Hop back to the top, man.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?
Right. So you got it, bro.
These are the things that are coming. Like, wouldn't you want to know if you were there with Yahweh Shai at that time? Wouldn't you want to know when the end of the world was? That he's getting ready to leave. When are you coming back, Lord? Like when are you gonna come back? Like what's the sign?
And you know what's cold, bro? Because at this point in time, although everybody can read this in the Bible, anybody and everybody can flip to Matthew 24, because you can get a Bible anywhere. You can get it for free. Anybody can flip to Matthew 24 and 1 and read that and say, oh yeah, read the signs of the times. But who really is it put in their spirits to get it? Because the key thing it says his disciples went unto him privately. So even when these things was told in real life, this was only told to the disciples. This wasn't told to the whole world. So although everybody can read it now, who really understand the times we in, the same ones who was, you feel me? Or that number who was supposed to get in the beginning. And also Yahweh Shai in this chapter, he was talking about 2 time periods. He was talking about 70 AD, and he was talking about the end of the world, the time period we living in. And what's the key to it? He said what? Because he said that the temple, no stones was going to be left upon another. That happened in 70 AD, but it also said the end of the world. That's the time we living in.
And then also it says that in in Second Esdras chapter 8, towards the end of the chapter, I've shown this to you and a few men like you. So that just it wasn't shown to everybody. These secrets weren't shown to everybody. But let me continue. This is Matthew 24 and verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am, it says Christ, but is I am anointed, and shall deceive many. And that's to say, like, yeah, they're sent. Like, people will come in, they look like, they look the part. They saying that they followers of Yahushua or Jesus or whatever, but they're really deceivers. What are they telling you? They telling you that the mark isn't what it is. They telling you, it's okay to eat pork still. They telling you all kinds of things that'll take you away from the truth, that will sift you. Because these are the times, not only is it a time of that we're seeing the end, but this is also a time of great sifting.
That's right.
So all these things are happening. Meanwhile, like, things are getting sifted. The elect are getting, how do you say? Sealed, like, refined. All these things are happening. And verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Shoot, there's a war going on right now. Well, it's a genocide. There's war still over in Russia, Ukraine. There's getting ready to be a war, most likely, over in between Venezuela and Guyana. There's most likely going to be a war here. They just had that trailer for that movie that dropped, the Civil War, or whatever. And it's not the Avengers. Whatever, that's the right one, right? I never even watched it.
The Civil War trailer?
Yeah. No, I'm saying the Marvel Avengers.
Oh, no,
it's not like that one. This is a real.
Yeah, this is real life, like in American modern times, Civil War.
Yeah. So these things are getting ready to happen. You see the tensions rising up between the people here, like between Edomites and Jake here, between Edomites and the migrants coming over. It's all kinds of tensions boiling up all over. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we see these things happening. We see these things coming up, but this isn't quite the end. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So we're seeing famines. Matter of fact, there should be a famine going on right now. Just because you can still get food doesn't mean that there's not a shortage of food going around. And just because there's a shortage of food going around doesn't mean that we're quite there yet. Because right. These storehouses, they have food still stored up. It just hasn't been made public yet. We ain't got no food. Look at they got a thing called shrinkflation, meaning they're giving you smaller portions of food for more money. Meanwhile, yeah, just all this stuff is happening. Let me see, the pestilences. Shoot, you got the I don't know if the cricket thing is still going on. What's happening in the West Coast? They had like the whole swarms of crickets. People were running them over, sliding off the road and shit like that. The different diseases going on around now. That whole pneumonia thing just kind of slipped out the news.
Right.
Waiting for the next one, whatever the next C1924 is going to be. Matter of fact, there is a pestilence going on. People dying suddenly of heart failure. I wonder how that happened. And earthquakes in diverse places, because I just read about that earlier. And all these things are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And this is what we not looking forward to it, but this is what's going to happen. We got to go through this. You got to have the sweet as well as the bitter.
That's right.
This is a bitter thing. Like this thing that they have to set us up. Like they have these other camps that are set up, that are obvious agents. You have these, what is that? That guy that hit the motorcade the other day? I don't know if y'all seen the picture of him in the car. Dude looked like it was a Jake, obviously, but it was just like, man, had a beard and everything, had a cut similar to ours. It was like you see these things being set up, like, oh, they
building the case.
Yeah, building the case. Kind of the water. And we expect to be killed for the witnessing of Yahushua, for his testimony, for not taking that mark, for rejecting the MOTB, for whatever reason they decide. But we know we gonna die for Yahushua. Then, I just read that. And then shall many be offended. Oh, bad, man.
No, I'm laughing. That's just side note.
And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and hate one another. And so we've seen these things happening right now. When these things start popping off, you're going to see those people that thought they were a part of this or whatever. You're going to see them betraying brothers, especially people of your own household. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And we see that now today too. All these different Israelite groups, especially the ones that don't call on the name, the ones that I mentioned before that say you can eat pork, all this stuff, that say the woman is the most powerful thing in the world.
Right.
Or the woman is second to God. I say that's some bullshit. But that's wicked. People believe that.
Really, that was an opinion of a whole nother man. Not even the Most High.
God.
I was just a man having his opinion on what he thought was the strongest.
God. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And we've seen this more and more. The love of a lot of these people is waxing cold. Anything that happens in the news, you go to the comment section, the person, they anything can happen. Everybody hates that person. Just something happens to me, I got robbed or something like that. Now everybody coming to the comment board like blaming me for getting robbed. Like what? But anyway, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
That's it.
Hey, that's what we're looking forward to. We're looking to endure to the end. We're looking to make it out of this, to be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Hey, this is what's happening right now. I mean, I think I mentioned this last week at the pre-camp. Like, you're seeing miracles and these prophecies coming now. Like, you're seeing them firsthand. You don't have to see, manna fall out of the sky to see a miracle. You're seeing a miracle now. The gospel is going out worldwide.
That's right.
The sinews and the breath are entering back into us, or have entered back into us. You're seeing miracles. But that's all I had on this, really.
That's it. Hey, you can go to verse, I think, like 30-something, when it says in the times and the seasons when you see all these things come, know that it's near, even at the doors. I think like I know it's like past 30-something, about the days of Noah, and it's going to all these things when it's at the door. That's how you know you're at the end. Just like Esdras, it was told the same thing to Esdras. Really, Yahushua recited Esdras a lot. Because people like to say, like Vocab Malone, I remember there was a fuss one time that Yahushua never quoted anything out of the Apocrypha. Because they know he quoted Isaiah, so on and so forth, which even if you say that cut him, because Isaiah said a lot of things that was against the heathens. So did Yahushua only agree on a few chapters of Isaiah or everything? But the point is, Yahushua quoted Esdras a lot, man. And when he said the same thing, when you start seeing these things happen, no, look, you at the end. And therefore, we've been seeing these things, so where we at? We at the feet and the toes, man. We at the end. What else can come after this? I seen a 16-year-old little niglet shoot a 14-year-old today over some hood beef. His name was Lil Perk. Come on, man. Imagine if niggas like that, little niggas like that grew up. These little young girls who role models of the Cardi B's and Megan Thee Stallions of the world, what the world gonna be like, man? This gotta be the end. If Lil Nas X decides to be a father, what the world gonna be like, man? Come on. These degenerate so-called leaders, you got this rainbow flag supporter, this Edomite getting popped in the Senate office. This gotta be the end of the world, man. If not, then what else time gotta come after this? Well, we out on the statue. If anybody want to fuss about this being the end time, go to the statue in Daniel the 2nd chapter, man. Because that's not just biblical history, that's secular history. This happened in real life. You had the head of gold, the Persian the head of gold, the Assyrio-Babylonian Empire. You had the chest and the arms of silver. You had the stomach area, you know, the torso area, right? And the thighs of brass. That was the Greeks. You had the legs of iron. That's Rome, man. That's the time Yahushua was in. John the Baptist. You know, the apostles, disciples of Apostle Paul, so on and so forth. That was just 2,000 some years ago. So if that was around 2,000 some years ago, what we got to be on the statue? We clearly in the feet and the toes, man. And that said, that's the time that the stone came and hit the feet and the toes. The stone is Yahushua. The point is, he coming back in our time, man. We living in the end time. All these things that we are prophesying about will definitely happen. Missiles gonna be shot off in our time. The Son of the Most High will come out the heavens on the UFO in our lifetime, man. The MOTB, the RFID micro C-HIP, will be distributed in the world in our time. You see, and it's clear to see, man. You got it, bro.
You want to start about the parable of the fig tree, or?
Yeah, that's cool.
Or Yahushua is coming.
You can start the parable of the fig tree. We get to the point, we can end it.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When its branches is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors.
Come on, man. So just like, you know, look, when different seasons come, when plants starting to grow, flowers starting to grow, vegetation coming forth, hey, you in the spring and so on and so forth. Things are coming. The Lord saying the same thing right here. Once you start seeing end time prophecy being fulfilled, or different decisions being made on the earth to lead to the prophecies being fulfilled, you know that you're living in the end time, man. And that's the point of this lesson. We living in the end time. Right in the day now, that one event that we all waiting for, because this is literally what we waiting on today. Oh, well, today, I'm saying today, but in this time, whatever event that Esau about to have going in the world, whether it be a blackout, a major disease, you see, whatever it may be, he gonna cut the lights off, however it's gonna come. Riots, however it's gonna come. And then in that event, whatever it's gonna lead to, that's gonna lead to the distribution of the RFID micro C-HIP. It's gonna start with a CBDC first. It's gonna start with a FedNow credit card or debit card maybe first. But eventually it's gonna lead to the RFID micro C-HIP. And that's gonna lead to World War III. And Yahushua will come back in the midst of that. That's how close we is to the end, man. We waiting on two main prophecies to be fulfilled, just like Apostle Paul said in Thessalonians. In 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, or 3rd chapter, he says that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed. The day is Yahushua.
The 2nd chapter.
The water, brother. The 2nd chapter.
What is this person talking about? Hey, Jenny, just look. Yeah, just watch the video, please.
Yeah, put Jenny on timeout. Put on some rice bags and put her in the corner of the room. With a hand over her mouth, like a shh. Put Jenny on timeout. You see, but come on, Jenny. Maybe if I get my point. But nevertheless, man, we at the end. You got it, bro. You can read that again.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branches is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye.
So just like that, the Lord is saying likewise.
So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors.
And we seeing all these things. The point is, it's near, even at the doors, man. It's right there.
Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled.
And we're living in that generation. Gotta be, because he told that same generation he was gonna come back. He told the wicked scribes and Pharisees, y'all go see me come back, man. But we can end it off on that.
Done.
Shoot. You can take us off. Man.
Shoot. Hey, with that, we're gonna give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Shalom.
Hey, shalom.